Hello.
Hello.
Hi, and welcome to
Socially Unsocial. I'm Patty.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are your hosts. Welcome. Welcome back.
Welcome. I do not like the way I sound today, but we'll just, I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe it's in my head.
Maybe it's in your head.
We'll deal with it. A lot of things are in our head. Happy Monday.
Yes.
We are the middle of October.
Middle? I was literally just thinking, happy October. It's now October. Oh my gosh.
No, I was just telling someone the other day, I said it works that way. After 4th of July, everything goes so fast. And then as soon as like the kids go back to school after Labor Day, it just, and then
flies.
All of a sudden Halloween's here. And then the next thing you know, it's Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll be talking about our New Year's resolutions that we probably
we have high hopes.
Yeah. And I guess that's all we can have. The power of positive thinking.
So the other day in class, I was like in the middle of my cycle class trying to be motivational. And
Sometimes when you don't enunciate, it sounds like
People say that all the time. Yeah. Cycle class, indoor cycling class.
That's way too long.
I know. That's why I just try to like mumble it out, and there we go. So I was telling everyone, I'm like, you guys, you don't have to wait until New Year's Eve to make the change that you need to make. And I was like, I saw this on Instagram. I saw this amazing quote about just choosing that today you're going to make the change. And that's what it's going to be. I was like, I don't remember the exact quote, but that was the message. So that's the message I want to leave with the room. Then I went home and I saw the quote again. And I was like, oh my God, here's the quote that made me give my whole spiel in class. I read the quote and the quote actually said, why wait for the new year to write somebody out of your life? Like just F you right here and now on September 29th. And I was like, I love how my brain like twisted that into being like, make the change you need to make instead of just like, tell everyone to go screw themselves and just get out of your life.
That person who clearly wrote that was having a bad day and they needed to get someone out of their life. But so how you repurposed it is a little bit more Susie Sunshine, where it's okay, today I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to change. I'm going to stop saying I'm going to go running. I'm going to go running.
Right. Absolutely. I was like, yeah, okay, September 29th. Let's go. What's the date today? October 13th?
Oh, yeah. Monday the 13th, Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day.
Oh, yeah. My kids are not off school.
No?
We don't get that day off school anymore in our district. No.
Oh. It's so I can't keep up.
I can't keep up.
Now I just say, is it a bank holiday? Are the banks open? Am I going to get mail? And then
I don't even care about that.
But that's when I know it's like a real holiday or like a holiday people are celebrating or supposed to be celebrating, or it's a non-racist holiday, or however we have to
say it.
Psychologically function it in our brain.
I know, because Columbus actually did not discover the world, we're finding out. So now it's just, oh my gosh. How do I explain this day to my kids?
No,
what do I say?
Just say, go ask your teacher.
Seriously.
That is above my pay grade.
Yeah. And they're in the Spanish dual language program, so we'll see how much they understand. My oldest one time was like, yeah, Mom, one time at school, and our teacher was so mad, and he's like, all the kids were crying because he was like really upset, whatever the kids, they like weren't listening or whatever. And I guess that teacher like never yells. So now the teacher's yelling. And Theo goes, my friend and I, we didn't understand what he was saying, so everyone's crying except for us because he's just going in Spanish. So all the Spanish-speaking kids like knew exactly what he was saying and how serious he was.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, Theo, you're just sitting there not understanding it, but okay.
Can you imagine, though, that if it was like an adult class and everyone was crying besides two people and they'd be like, they're psychopaths?
Yeah. Are you on board here? That would be me, though. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I was thinking of something else.
Ooh, a butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So let's get into the meat and potatoes that we love to talk about.
I know. When I was listening back to the last two episodes or like the first two episodes, I'm like, why? I'm like, meat and potatoes. What am I, 90?
Did you say that?
I said it so many times in the last couple of episodes, and
no.
now you saying it, and I was like, it's like cringeworthy.
It is, and I don't. You know what? I'm so glad that now I know where it came from. Thanks for that.
Evil laugh.
Yeah, meat and potatoes. Don't make it happen. Okay, let's get into the. Let's get into the
nitty gritty.
No. That's not it.
Let's get down to business.
You're trying to think of what else you could say.
I am. Oh, because it's so funny.
Is it?
In my head this morning, I was making my coffee, and I don't know what it was. Maybe it'll come to me, but I was like,
Probably not.
It was some saying in my head, and I'm like, God, where do these stupid sayings come from that people say? It just makes no sense. I'm like, we should go on and on our podcast about it, and then look, we didn't even talk about this, and it just happened.
Just naturally came
Just
into it.
naturally.
The one that I do love is when people say to shit or get off the pot. I love that one. I'm like, yes, seriously, just do it. It's like the weird way of Nike's slogan, for sure. I like it, though.
But a lot of people just like to stay on the pot so they can scroll on their phone.
I know, right? It's like, come on, guys. Sometimes I like hate going to the bathroom. Even I'll hold the bathroom for hours because I just don't want to take the time to go run in there and go pee real quick.
Okay, I think you need to talk to your therapist about that next week.
No, I just feel like it's like going from one thing to the next, and I have to be like, oh, I have to go stop and make a whole point and stop my whole day.
How long are you in the bathroom for that it throws a wrench in your day?
I guess you're right. It's quick, but that's the thing about the way that your brain works.
Yeah.
It's if it doesn't like something, it's just, nope, I don't even have a minute
I can
for
think
it.
of worse tasks, like getting gas.
Getting gas is the worst.
Hate it.
Wait, but blow drying my hair, that's why my hair is always up. Blow drying my hair is so annoying.
Depends on the day. Some days I'm like, oh, I just love the way it feels.
I know, it's so good. Especially because I have that roller, the hair dryer that's like an actual brush.
Oh,
I love it
that's
so
nice.
much.
But you have so much hair, so it probably takes you like 45 minutes to blow dry your hair.
Yeah, no, like 20 if I commit.
Okay.
If I get sidetracked, then yes, 41 minutes.
I can imagine it takes you 3 hours to blow dry your hair because you stop every 3 minutes. Be like, oh, a butterfly.
I'm bored out of my mind. I'm bored out of my mind sitting there alone with my thoughts. That's why I don't get my nails done anymore. I'm like, I hate this.
It's so funny. I saw a meme the other day. It's like, God, getting your nails done is so time consuming. I wish you could just rip off your hands and feet, drop them off at the nail salon, and then pick them back up later. And I was
Seriously.
like, oh my gosh. But that's crazy because most people like to do that so they can have me time and relax. And then there's people in the world that are like, God, I just don't want to sit there for so long.
No, I know. I think too, if you have a busy job or if you have kids or whatever it is, it's like you want to choose your me time very wisely because you don't get a lot of it. So it's okay if you're working all week and then you have an hour. I don't know. How long does it take to get your nails done? Wouldn't
That's
you
why
rather
I can only do one at a time. So I'll get my feet done one day and get my nails done another. I don't really get my nails done anymore, so I'll get my feet done.
Oh, wow.
Or I'll say, hey, can you do them both at the same time? Because I don't got time for that. And if I'm sitting in the massage chair that you get your feet done in, it's a whole other playing field. Because then you could actually relax because the chair's massaging you.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could do them both at the same time, but then it's just that feels like aggressive. That feels like a lot all at once.
No, it's telling these people, I'm important. Get me out of here. I will tip you extra. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. I don't have time to get my nails done.
Next time people see you walking down the street, they'll be like, oh, man, she just looks flustered. She probably has to pee.
Yeah, I'm like dancing down the hallway. I'm not in a good mood. I just haven't gone to the bathroom yet.
So, how was your week? What were your highs? What were your lows?
And so it's a low within a high, but my son got Michael, my fourth grader, going to the Super Bowl. Going to the Super Bowl, third year in a row. He feels like this is his year. He feels like this is the time that they're going to win. I feel like that too. Their team is so good. They are undefeated, which is amazing. The kids are awesome. The coaches, God bless them. We got the best coaches. I said that last year too. We did have great coaches last year too. But yeah, I'm so excited to cheer him on
Go
Sunday.
Mikey.
Yeah, he's crushing it. But then I'm also sad because I just love watching him play so much. So I feel like when the kids are in high school and this has now become your life for, I don't even know, at least 4, 5, 6 or more years, how on earth does it just end for these athletes that don't go on to play in college?
They probably have to figure out something or else it's like a deep depression. Just
Yeah.
like anything, when you're doing it for so long and then you stop or maybe it's just sometimes you can come to the conclusion like I did it, I had fun, now it's not for me anymore.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And then for the parents that are left home,
It's called get a life then.
yeah.
Find something else to do it. Go get a manicure and pedicure.
Seriously.
Are you going to cry or be mad at me for saying that?
No, I'm going to go. I'll find someone else's kids to go cheer on football.
So we are saying that Joseph is not going to be a football player?
No, I don't know what Joe's going to do, but like I'm thinking like when Joseph's out of it. So,
you still got a long ways to go, girl.
I know. My mom and I were just talking this morning because my oldest is turning 12. And I was all excited. I'm like, oh, he's turning 12. No big deal. No big deal. My mom goes, next year he's a teenager. And a flip inside my brain switched. And now I'm a little emotional.
Okay. He's turning 12.
I know.
So we still got a year.
I know, but she just told me it just this morning. So I haven't like unpacked it yet.
Are you having a period?
No. Why do I seem emotional?
I don't know. It just looks like you're about to burst into tears at any moment. And I just want to know if it's me or if it's just whatever's going on in your head.
No, it's the lighting. I don't know. No, I'm not about to cry, but oh my gosh. It is just like a lot. So yeah, it's been a busy week. I'm really like all in on my work and my cycle studio. It's just been really busy with kids, sports and stuff. And then, yeah, it's been good. How about you? How's your week been?
So my low, it was like an epitome. So every year they do this thing called Apple Fest down the street from our house in Lincoln Square. And we look forward to it. But the last couple of years, it's been so hot. So when you think Apple Fest, you think fall. You want to wear a sweatshirt, a nice breeze. You get to apple cider, donut, like all the heavy stuff that you're going to eat.
Ooh,
but
yum.
when it's 90 degrees and there's no flippin' breeze, so I'm like, oh, let's get there early before it gets super crowded because, again, here's me, an old crabby lady, just with Fest. Everyone brings their kids and strollers and dogs and these giant dogs, and then people stop in the middle of the walkway to pet these dogs, and then you don't know if they're in the line to get the thing. And then my allergies started getting really bad because it's like the change of the season, so I have seasonal allergies. So my nose started itching, my eyes started itching, like, and I'm doing sober October, so I have no alcohol to like numb the pain of the aggravation of just dumb people.
Of dumb people. Oh, yeah.
So we walked through it a few times. Did my few things. On top of it, it's like Apple Fest. So I thought there'd be taffy apples, caramel apples everywhere. There was only one place selling these caramel apples, and they were huge. And I was like, I don't need a huge caramel apple like that. I'm not going to eat it. And then you cut it. It's going to get brown. It's going to be gross. No. And I'm like, but every other stand was selling bags of fresh apples, but no one was selling caramel apples.
Just normal size. Yeah.
So I was very disappointed. So not only was it aggravated because it was so crowded, it was hot, people were just not functioning properly in society. So then on our way home, I had to stop at the grocery store to even get a caramel apple because that's all I freaking wanted.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
So
I bet you that you should have just bought the big one, but was it like $14 for one huge?
I didn't even know.
apple?
I just said, Jay, next year I'm going to open up. I'm going to get a stand.
No, you're not.
I'm going to do caramel apples. And I'm going to do all different kinds of caramel apples because how could you not?
Do you know how time consuming that is?
I don't care. I'm doing it to prove a point. I don't care if I lose money. I don't care. It's proving a point. And that's what I'm about.
I love that.
Yeah.
I heard recently that it was like when people ask you, are you in line? What they're really saying is get in line.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Get in line better.
Oh.
And I'm like, seriously, yeah, because it's like, are you in line? Why are you like straggling out back here? I want to be behind the person. I want to be in line. I don't want people walking in between us or cutting. Get in line.
But it's so hard at Fest because like you don't know where the line starts, you don't know where it begins. Then when you're in line, you can't see the menu. And also, I don't want to be that person that gets up to the line and be like, I don't know what I want. I want to see the menu so I know, so I'm not holding up the line. So then you go outside of the line so you can look at the menu. So then I'm prepared. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me so much. You and Mike are so alike because when we go out, if we're like getting fast food or something and we get up to the screen and he like looks at me and he gets so mad, I never know what I want. And I don't think it's a big deal to be like, yeah, can you just give me one moment?
No, it's definitely a big deal.
No, it's not.
Yes, because you're in line and you're holding things up.
God forbid I take a moment.
What were you doing while the three cars were before you?
How long do you have? Do you want to know all the things I was doing in my head? Like in the last 3 minutes? I'm not trying to squint and figure out what I want. When I get up there, we can all just take a breath and I'll figure out what I want.
Okay, reverse. When it comes to fast food, like you don't have staples. So if you're going to McDonald's, you always get this. If you're going to Portillo's, you get this. You go to...
No, because if I go to Portillo's one day, I want a cheeseburger. One day, I want a hot dog. And then at Bona Beef, I always get the same thing, but I always pretend I'm like thinking it over. Do I want an Italian beef
you're
today?
one of those people that
I don't know.
That pretend you're going to get something different, but take 45 minutes to figure out you're just going to get the same thing.
Here's the problem. Do you remember last week when we went over how I had ventured out in the grocery store and what a mistake it was?
Epic fail.
Like I really try to be not predictable. I try to try new things, and then I always get mad at myself for trying those new things. No, I need a moment just to remind myself that like I'm making the right choice.
Because when you go to fast food restaurants, it is a life or death situation.
Listen, do you ever like when other people order and then you're like staring at their food the whole time? I need to know what everyone's ordering, because if you pick something that I almost picked and I didn't pick it, I'm mad.
No, I never have fast food buyer's remorse.
Oh, is that what it's called?
I don't know. I just made it up.
When we went out to dinner a couple weeks ago, I had to ask everyone around me, what are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? Because I just want to make sure that you're not getting the thing that I'm going to secretly want.
No, I ask people what they're getting just in case it's like between two things. So it's, if you're getting that, then I'll get something else because then I can just taste a bite of yours.
Not enough for me. I don't want to watch you eat the whole meal.
Wow, we are unpacking a lot about Patty and some of the things that bother her or don't bother her. And fast food and ordering off menus is really important to her.
It's not important. I think that maybe that's the problem. I don't care enough about, like you literally want the whole, like I feel like you need a spreadsheet of what each little like hut at these fests are selling. So then you can be ready and you can be, do they give an award out for the best?
I just believe in efficiency.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why the fest bothers you. Meanwhile, I would be there like, oh, what a lovely day, what a lovely dog, what a lovely
But you like
crowd.
dogs.
Yeah, you don't.
And you like kids.
My kids.
Speaking of my high, though, I do have one that pertains to children.
Yay.
So my nephew, my cousin Jamie, who's my sister from another mister, her oldest son, was talking about how he was struggling with reading, and all these kids are addicted to their phone and no one's taking the time to actually like set aside time to read. So he had asked me on Saturday to take him to the library on Sunday to go get a book by this author. He likes historical fiction.
Aww.
I wasn't planning on driving to the suburbs on Sunday, but I was like, oh my God, this kid's asking me to take him to the library.
Oh my God,
so
so
for
cute.
sure. So if I can get another person to read, be happy about it. So I get out here. I was like, I'll pick you up around 10:30, 11. So I go and get him just to find out the library on Sunday doesn't open until frickin' noon. Whatever. So we go, we get the book, and so we make like a situation out of it. So we look at how many pages are in the book, and I think it was like 3. I think your goal should be to read 20 pages a day. And if you could read 20 pages a day, divided by the 368, you should be done by October 22nd. And if you can finish by October 22nd, I'll give you $10. And then for every day after October 22nd, it takes you to read, I deduct $1. We're trying to get motivated, because then once you entice them with money, then hopefully the passion for reading and the intrigue for reading just keeps with them, and we'll just do it every month. He's been doing really good. So he calls me every morning. He calls me every night to tell me how many pages he's read, tell me about the book. I lied to him and told him I read the book, but I Googled it just so I know, so I can keep him accountable, so that I know what's happening. So now he's convinced his brother to join our club too. So he had a book fair, so he went to go get his book with 124 pages. And so we set a goal for him as well. So I'm really excited. So whether it happens or not, but it's just encouraging and just motivating somebody to get off their phone and just find the joy in reading. Because I feel like once you do it, it becomes addicting. Because again, I found my passion again too by helping them, because I finished 2.5 books already this week.
What?
Yeah. They were really good books. It was a Frida book. I finished The Tenant. Yeah, and
I'm still on page 3.
Oh no, I finished that one in 6 days. I think I finished by the time I finished that one, and then I haven't read Colleen Hoover in so long.
Same.
And Shannon gave me Slammed. It's a part of a series, but that one was she just does such a good job with characters and making you fall in love with the characters and their story, that I finished that one I think in a day and a half, 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's amazing. Good. That is really sweet that you're just like shaping the youth of America over here.
Yeah, now Jay laughs because he'll call me at like around 8:30 before he gets ready for bed to fill me in. He's like, "You got a new buddy now," and I was like, "I'm a part of his top 5."
That's so cute. That's really sweet.
But yeah, so
if you want to come and get my kids to read, have at it. I'm exhausted trying to do
it. Once I get them up and going, I'll move on to this household.
Perfect. You could start a whole little community. You could probably like host a Zoom book club, and all these kids, I guess that's a screen, so if you're trying to get them off screens, but you could do like a little book club, maybe like in person.
Yeah, the problem is if I didn't live so far away, it just takes too much time for me. Last week I almost put a bullet in my head because there was just so much driving. And I think it was just the time of driving last week. It was always during traffic. Like my appointments were right smack dab where I had to leave in traffic, and then they were over in a shorter period of time where I'm still stuck in traffic. And then the constructions, I was just at my wit's end, and I try not to. I put on music, I feel good, sing along, do whatever, but sometimes you just can't escape the anger.
Yes. No, I hear you on that. I barely drive anywhere. It's only to and from my kids' stuff. So the traffic has been really bad lately. There's been a lot of accidents lately.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
like, what is
so
going on?
many accidents. Stay off your phone, people.
I know, seriously. Put on our podcast and just leave it and drive.
Maybe our voices are so soothing, they're so relaxing, and then not paying attention.
Yeah.
Because, I've heard my voice is super soothing.
You've heard that?
No.
Oh, I was like, whoa, from who? That's kind of sweet. That's not bad feedback.
Yeah, no, that was a lie. We determined what you just said is a lie.
That's great. I told you this the other day, but I sent you a reel. I saw on Instagram this whole thing about research that had been done. Now, we talk a lot about manifestation and manifesting your dreams and your goals, and just when you tell your brain or when you focus on the good stuff, that's what you focus on. And more of it, and you notice more of it. And then in the same token, if you focus on only the negatives, that's what you focus on and see more of. I totally believe that. And I'm all about being able to rewire your brain by just reminding yourself, like, you are loved, you are strong, you are confident, like doing the whole thing. Like everything's working out in your favor. Just like having those staples of things that you'll like recite to yourself or manifest. But then I saw how if you tell your brain something, even if it's a lie, if you tell yourself that enough, that you'll believe it. And I think that when I think of manifesting, that's like my future goals. Like I picture my community a certain way, or I picture my studio, just so many people and such good support. It's just like these things that I'm picturing. But then to think, okay, if you just tell your brain something enough, even if it's a lie, you'll eventually believe it.
Isn't that crazy, like how powerful your brain is? And like when you think of a word, like manifesting, right? When you think of, that's a word that you think is positive, right?
Yes.
So you don't think it would have that negative effect. And maybe that's not a negative effect to somebody else, the manifestation. Because those people telling themselves lies, to them, it's not a lie. They truly believe it. And that's why it's so hard to argue with dumb people.
Seriously, I literally saw that and I was like, wait a second, you're taking something that I do truly believe in. If you focus on something and tell yourself this enough, eventually that'll just be what takes over your brain. And it was just almost such an eye-opening, like, aha moment of life, being like, wow, yeah, these people who do X, Y, and Z, and they truly, or maybe subconsciously, start telling themselves, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it, and then they get trapped and they get stuck, because we talk a lot about self-awareness. And it's just, maybe they just don't get it, and they're telling themselves these things, and then they are truly believing it, and their brain now believes what they've told their brain. So it's, wow, we say this all the time, be careful who you hang out with, because if you're not surrounding yourself with people who are going to whip you back into shape, oh wow. Yeah, so basically just stick around good people who are going to hold you accountable, because that is scary.
Yeah, and I found something else too the other, sorry. Let me see if I can find it, because
you think you're going to find something that fast? I could have saved it a million times.
No,
I'm never going to find it.
This is recent, and I think because it hit me so hard, and it goes off what you were saying, is these people who tell themselves stuff, and then when they have the people behind them that to support the delusion, makes it even worse.
And that's what's so scary, because I've been in arguments and then people will be like, everybody but you tells me blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, give me the list of names. Let me know, are these credible people who are giving you that advice? Because I don't think so. I knew it wouldn't be quick.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you wrap it up and remember what it was?
Yeah, no, frick. That's a problem too when you're on all these social media platforms and it's okay. Did I save it under my Facebook? Did I save it under my Instagram? Was it under Socially and Social's Instagram? There's just so many levels. So I guess we need to spend less time on social media, maybe. Maybe, is that it?
No, I feel like it is hard. I have to send the same stuff. Sometimes I'll text things to Mike. I'll text him a link to a website and I'm like, this has nothing to do with you. I just know I'm going to forget about it. So I need to send it to you so I know where to find it.
Okay,
did you find it?
I did find it.
Oh,
okay.
Look at that.
So it says,
it better be really good.
I think you'll like it. It definitely correlates with what you were talking about. It said, it blows my mind how some people will never realize how toxic they actually are, only because they come from families that excuse everything. When your circle defends your behavior instead of calling it out, you'll never be forced to grow up. So I feel like it's the same thing when you're manifesting the lies and delusions, or when you believe in something so much, even if it's not true, but you've convinced yourself that it's true or that you're right. No matter who tells you you're wrong, you're going to keep those people around you that are going to convince you that you're correct.
Because it's more comfortable to be around people who are just cool with how you are. It's just way easier to stay with to be comfortable, to not be held accountable. For some people, it's more comfortable maybe to play the victim and, hey, this is what's going on in your life. And how did you get there? You can blame this and this. And if you say it enough, you truly believe it's not your fault that this is happening. It's because of all these other things. And that is when it's just really scary, because a lot of people don't want to grow and become better people, whether their family excuses their behavior or sometimes family, friends, whatever, you just cut them out. And I have experienced this recently, and all I think is when people cut other people out, the way I see it as, it's not protecting your energy or setting your boundaries. It's almost you don't want to be held accountable for the stuff that you've done. So you're cutting out the people that are maybe holding you accountable. So it's interesting, again, who are you surrounding yourself with? Because if you just want to be comfortable and play the victim and get through life believing whatever, that you're not the problem, then go right ahead. But we're all human. We all make mistakes. So if you can just acknowledge that and not be scared of that fact, then you can become a better person and just show up a little bit more genuinely and honestly and not start to believe those weird lies.
Do you think you're one of the people that, because we're all, even if we think we have our head on straight and we're perfect or we don't make mistakes or we're not delusional, we always have a day, a week, a month where we're swimming in our own delusion. Do you ever have that aha moment when you're okay, I know I'm being delusional, I know I'm self-sabotaging, I know
of course
so you have the aha moments where you're okay, yeah. And you're just okay.
I think that those, I wouldn't say it's an aha moment, but it's almost that moment where you're okay, this is how it is, and now what? For me, it's more of okay, now I need to just show up differently. This is what I'm doing. This is the scenario. So, how do we push through to a different end? And if I'm in it, I don't know. What is the point of just going through it and never looking at it from a different lens, looking at it from a different angle? Isn't that what life's all about?
It is, but that's why I feel there's delusional people, and then to me it would make sense that there's delusional people and non-delusional people, because I feel it's weird that you'd fall in the middle. But then we're
I think it's human, yeah. Everybody has their, well, and I think that I'm an extremely emotionally sensitive person, so I do tend to spiral a little bit more and overthink or overanalyze or feel sorry for myself and be like, oh, like this is happening. But then
shake yourself out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to. But God forbid if I was married to somebody who was just like, yeah, oh my gosh, you're so right. I can't believe I would just be like throwing pity parties for myself.
Oh yeah, so
and
that's
not
why
pushing
it's
through.
Definitely good for as much as you possibly will get mad at Mike. If you didn't have Mike to be like, Patty, snap out of it, like you.
Oh, he doesn't even entertain the drama that is me and my emotions. He'll just look at me and be like, and then now I know. Now I get it because I know what he's thinking, and then I'm like, okay, now what? Okay, I had my little display of emotions. And now I have to get down to business and push through it. And it kind of brings out like a stronger me. But sometimes I'm still like just that dramatic, emotionally
some
driven.
Some days we just need to have it like a cry, a good cry. Sometimes we just need to have a good pity party and just revert back to being a 2-year-old.
I'm not saying my emotions are not like a 2-year-old.
I feel like when we become,
I like to be needy.
When we become needy and have a pity party and we're irrational and we just want to get on the floor and pound our fists and kick our feet, we're having a tantrum.
Yeah.
And that's acceptable if you're 2 years old. And I'll give you, it's acceptable maybe when you're 6 years old. But after that, grow the fuck up.
So I'm putting the question back on you. Are there moments when you go to smack yourself across the face and be like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to entertain this.
Yeah, there's definitely, I have so many conversations in my head all the time because it's almost like picking my battles where in my head I'm like, I cannot believe this. Like, how dare they, or how dare, I. And then I'm like, what, Danielle, stop. Like, for example, like if Jay does something to fucking piss me off, which happens, like stupid shit too sometimes. Like, everything was fine all day. He was great. And now I'm going to focus on this one thing and then be so dramatic about how he pissed me off in this way or didn't do this way. And then I'm like, I can't go there. I can't do that because that's not fair. And if I were to be judged on one small thing that I did after doing 10 nice things or 10 things that were up to his standards, I am a very hard critic of myself and the people around me. Yeah. So I find that I can be very delusional in that sense where my expectations are very unrealistic.
Yeah, you're not setting anybody up for success at that point.
No. And we joke about it because we actually just joked about it too because last night he was like, oh, do you have a busy day tomorrow? So I went through what my day was going to be like and he's, oh, I have the whole day without you. And I'm like, yeah, cool, have fun. So this morning I was like, go have fun today without me. Sit there and watch all your Japanese anime all day long. And he's like, I actually was going to go to the movie theater and go see the one. And I was like, okay. He's like, but it's not until 4:30. I go, well, there's not one earlier? And he's, no. And so he's going on. He's like, I guess this one is like broken records and one of the best movies. I'm like, okay, you're not convincing me. And he's telling me that a guy he works with, his girlfriend went with him, and another guy he works with, his fiance. I go, listen, I think I'm pretty cool. And I'm pretty lenient. And there's a lot of things that I let you do, allow you to do, and things that I do with you. But I draw the line. I'm not going to go sit in a movie theater or sit on our couch and watch Japanese anime. And granted, it was a joke. But again, it comes back to you got to pick your battles.
Yeah. Also, I do love that you're like, yeah, you go do it. I'm excited that you're excited to go see this record-breaking Japanese anime feature film live and in person or whatever on screen. But yeah, if it's not for you. But then it stinks because, like, sometimes you just want a buddy to be there next to you doing the fun things.
Yeah, and then I tell him that. And I go, all the times that I've asked you to come just get a pedicure with me so I have someone to sit with and talk with. And you say, absolutely not. So I'm like, okay, there we go.
Interesting, yeah. If I had to pick between the two, I'm definitely going to get a pedicure.
Yeah, most people would. Most women would, probably. But I guess there's a lot of women that watch Japanese anime.
Yeah, no discrimination. Who knows? My son is real. I don't know if it's the same thing, but he's like into these like comics and stuff. And then he's like, Mom, you have to take me to the library. I need to get more of these books. And then he's
graphic novels.
Is that what? Yeah. Yeah.
No, and they're not the same.
As Japanese anime?
Japanese anime is completely different than comic books.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm just trying.
It's okay.
I'm trying to stay relevant in this conversation about Japanese anime. I don't know anything about it.
I know that's like this whole, I know we're going on too long, but I'll just say my piece because this is part of pop culture right now, is the stupid Taylor Swift's album. And
What? Rephrase.
no,
Rephrase
nope,
it.
Nope. Majority of the world agrees with me. They think that album is shit.
You don't get to start off and say, because you're putting it out there, when you say stupid Taylor Swift album, you've set the tone.
I already listened to it, so I can say it's stupid.
You've listened to it?
I listened to the whole album.
Are you up at night
Not a fan.
with the songs in your head now?
No. I think,
Are you
for
being
me,
honest?
me not being a Taylor Swift fan, I think she's put out better material and better albums. I think that every song sounds alike. None of it's very catchy. It's just blah.
None of it's catchy? Oh, please. I don't think that you listen to it.
No, I think you Taylor Swift fans are so delusional. And even if she shit and fucking smeared it on the wall, you could be like, oh, that's a pretty painting.
I don't know. Nope, not shit. I wouldn't think that. The first time that I listened to it, I woke up at 2 a.m. that night and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to like just go through. So I quickly did like the chorus of each little song. And I was like, dang, okay. I was like, it's not my favorite. I don't hear my anthem. This isn't like hitting, which is fine. Some can, some don't have to. Every album doesn't have to be my favorite. And it's not going to be, because guess what? Taylor Swift is not inside of my heart and soul. So of course we're two different people. I took the weekend, but the more that I like,
For those of you guys that are not watching on YouTube, you should probably hop on and look at my face.
so I took the weekend and I thought to myself, whoa.
I'm glad you took the weekend. This is very pressing matters.
I didn't want to go and publicly state that I was disappointed in her album. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't publicly state that, because it is nonstop in my head. If it's not Fate of Ophelia, it's Opalite. If it's not that one,
Both of them sound like pedophilia to me. When
Okay.
someone said their favorite was whatever, I was like, pedophilia?
This is exactly why she does what she does, because everyone should know the Fate of Ophelia. And she did say, she goes, we're just like, how you're trying to get the youth of America into books. She's trying to help us all learn about Shakespeare and become little poets. And it's a really good thing. But also, the songs are so catchy. They're so catchy. They're in my head all day long. And I am obsessed. I love them.
In your defense,
Uh-huh.
it's very easy to get you obsessed with something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I feel that it is. Does anyone else agree with me who knows
That is
Patty?
so weird.
If we went back through all the podcasts and took clips of being every time you said, I'm obsessed,
If
if I had more time, I totally would do that.
I like that word.
Okay.
Maybe I like the word, but also I do feel like, yes, this album is a little bit off for me. It's definitely not my favorite by any means. There's past albums that are better. There's past albums, Evermore and Folklore, like I hated. I don't like it. I want something that makes me want to dance and sing with my kids. This album is a little risque, and I'm annoyed by that because, again, just because I have kids. But a friend of mine told me, it's not about you. This is about her and her artistic ability, and fine.
No, and good for her, and God bless her, and that's fine. I just feel like if she is as talented as everyone thinks she is and says she is and she thinks she is, I don't think this album really
Portrays that.
there's no depth. It's like the same thing. If
Really?
you were just to start it and play it till it ends, I don't think you'd be able to really tell when a lot new songs start and end, because it's like the same beat, the same feeling. There's no soft ballads. There's no high dance. Yeah.
I disagree, and I feel like we have to take a little time maybe, and I'll just play my favorite parts of every song for you.
I'm busy for a while, so I'll let you know when my schedule opens up.
For that kind of activity.
Yeah, but I'll think about it.
I'll just follow you on the way home, just blasting with my boombox. I'll be racing down my yard. But wait, this one. But wait, this one.
You could just text me randoms then, just random. But
I think it's good, you guys.
I
think
give
it's
Taylor
good.
Swift a try because my niece is obsessed with her and loves
She's so
her. So
cute.
I love to bond with her over that, even though she knows I'm not a big fan. But I try, and that's all we can do. We can get up every day and just try.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's trying to be a better person, a better Taylor Swift fan, better wife.
I know.
We're just going to keep being us so you can keep being you. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Go listen to Taylor.
Ophelia.